Hey, gorgeous. So I'm still on the island in Maine, and Thursday this was a hard day because it was right after my day off, but my boss very kindly made me matcha, and that was the day where I took my Snapchat picture of like my matcha on a table and like took a picture and was like, this is the life of a nanny. Even though, like, it's so funny because it's hard work, but I try to make it seem like glamorous because I know a lot of people are like, oh, you're a nanny, and then they think that's sad. And it's not. It's a joy and I love it. Back to Thursday. Not much else happened. So the one really cool thing that I thought was nice, they decided to take a family picture in front of the house. Because outside of my employers and the kids, they also had other family members who were staying there at the time. And so of course, someone gives me a phone, I take the family picture of them on the porch. But then my mom boss's aunt, she's like, okay, now like I'm gonna get out and it's gonna be your turn, like you should sit by the kids. And they took like a family picture with me and they sent it to me and I was like, oh, that's so nice. I've never been like included like that and I thought that was so sweet and now I just like have that, it was so nice. And it's a tricky balance when you're a nanny, being a professional versus being like family. Like you gotta balance that super well or you've got to make your heart line essentially. I try to, with this family there's a balance. And that's really nice. But I know that can be difficult. If you want me to expand on that, I can make a video about it. But anyway, so that was Thursday. And then Friday it was a little tiring but exciting. So I woke up at 2 a.m. to thunder crashing. And then one of the kids was crying and like I was like, oh, I should go. But I was like, I'm not technically on the clock, so I can't. Like, their parents will do it, but I just felt like I should go help. I didn't. I ended up making myself stay in bed, and he eventually calmed down and went to sleep. But I was like, oh, this is one of the hard parts. And I didn't fall back asleep. I woke up at 2, I didn't fall back asleep until 4 a.m. And even then, it was kind of like in spurts. But it stopped raining by the time my shift started. And we went outside, even though it was, like, pretty gross. Like, we're just like, yeah, I'll try to take you on a walk, because it sucks to be inside all day. So you try to go out as much as you can, especially because other people are like in the house trying to relax and read books and stuff, so they don't want screaming toddlers. But we did end up having like a mostly inside with toys kind of day, which was also fun. They liked playing with the trucks and there were some books that they hadn't read before. That's one of the hard things though, is like, I generally, if there's nothing to do at home or if there's nothing within walking distance, generally we go to parks. But on days where it's crummy, it's nice to get in my car and go, but we're on an island, so I don't have my car, and there's nowhere else to go that's not, like, outside. So we were just kind of stuck. But we made the best of it, and I think later when it stopped raining, we got some chalk, and it was mostly grass around their property, but they did find a rock, and they were, like, coloring chalk on the rock. And they colored chalk on themselves, and they colored chalk on me, and then they took a bath. And I tried to do it. It came off my arms pretty easily, but I feel like I don't know what color it was, but one of the colors really stuck, and so it took me a while to probably blue. Blue always is hard. And so it took me a while to try and get it off the kids. It's just funny, because generally baths aren't like my duty, because at least in this job, because the parents usually do bath time and then bed, so they do that with the kids, and it's after I leave. But they just been getting so dirty on this trip that I was giving them baths like every day, which is fine. They don't hate baths. There was a time where one of them would not get in the tub and it was difficult. And I did not give them baths then, and that was nice. But now at this point they liked baths, so it was fine and we had fun. And they had also lots of bath toys that the kids didn't have at home, so that made it interesting too. They also had a clawfoot tub. That was pretty neat. So after work on this day, there was a place called like the Fort. And so I went to explore that on my own. It was still kind of like gross out, but I think the sun came out maybe. But yeah, like I found a path, I went up some stairs, there was a ladder, found some turkeys. I don't know, it was a cool little place. I know I went back and they were getting ready. So it was finally nice out because the family was planning to go to the beach together. And one of the kids really wanted me to go with, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not doing anything else. The parents were very much like, you don't have to, it's fine, you can stay, and like you're not on the clock. And I was like, nah, it's cool. And so I gave him a piggyback ride all the way to the beach, which was longer than I remembered it being, even though I'd walked there pretty much every day at this point. But I walked him all the way there. And then I went looking for sea glass, and the kids were kind of trying to help me find sea glass, and then they were looking for sea glass. So that was fun. It was really fun to try and like pick it out and be like, ooh, you found one, like, oh, like, and now I find one and I would give it to them, they'd be like, ooh, I got it, and they were like, one of them was kind of holding on to it for like the next day or two. He really wanted to keep the sea glass. It was really cute. Yeah, I hung out and I made a sandcastle and I can't remember the rest of the night. So yeah, I'll put some fort footage here and call it a day on this one. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye! So this space behind these trees is called Fort. It's marked so you can find it. I don't know if I can walk inside, I'm gonna give it a shot. See, there's a pathway before I just go wandering. This is huge though. Definitely won't be allowed to fall. I don't know what this could be. Oh, the stairs cool. I guess on my watch if you heard that buzzing. This is huge. This is so long. This is the path I was on. Just had to keep walking. I saw this railing, and it looks like a bunch of stairs and a little door. Like potentially a pathway. So I'm gonna go see what's down there. I had to get through that bush, which hopefully wasn't poison ivy because I don't know anything about plants. I also don't like ticks, which is why I'm wearing leggings today, even though it's really humid and hot. But there's a little path here. I want this doorway. I'm gonna creep my ass inside. Excuse the language. Ooh, it's very mossy, so I can tell it's gonna be damp. Oh, yep. There's like stuff forming. Look. This is like I saw in the old building over the other side. So I might not water too much in case it's like moldy. Oh yeah, this is like, it's not flooded. But I definitely do not have boots and it looks like there's like spores on the floor. So I'm not gonna creep in here too much. Let's see if I can find another opening. Shout out to my husband Jake. He does not know I am down here and would not like that I'm down here. Sorry, babe. This one ain't for you. It's like a circle up here. This reminds me of the battery a lot. Oops, something dripped on my head. I'm out. See ya. I passed, I didn't know what it was. There are stairs right here too. I guarantee people come down here to party because there are chairs. Yeah, I look into these places and I see entranceways and I'm assuming they have like ladders or stairs to go up, but I just don't want to go through. There's so much water. Found the old latrine. This place is interesting because there are so many doors and windows on the outside to go into. You'd think they wouldn't have so many, but it's just crawling with doors and entryways. Ooh, what's this one? Oh, stairs. Doing it. Oh, my camera's moving too fast. I'm just excited. Oh, these are well done. I thought they'd be crumbling, but they're not. Oh, dang. So that's been where a gun went. Or a turret or something. This is really overgrown. But it's so cool. So this is where I was, but from above. Ooh, it looks a little crumbly over here. I might not go all the way. Yeah, it's more trees. More stuff. This is really amazing. I wish I knew what this looked like when it was fully operational. I did walk past a ladder, so I'm going to go back and try it. This guy looks manageable. I'll let you know when I get up because I don't want to hurt myself trying to climb with my camera in my hand. Alright. Here's the full view. There are a few other ladders, but that one had the least amount of brush at the top. And it looks like there's a path over here. I don't know how far I'll go because I left my water bottle at the bottom too, but curious. I went back to get my water bottle because it seemed like it was going somewhere, and I found some wild turkeys, it looks like, hanging out over here.
don't want to get too close and make him mad, but do you see him? There's also a lot of mosquitoes, so I'm gonna be booking it. So yeah, maybe I should have walked further, because this just leads back to the path I was on. So you could also just, instead of walking through random holes trying to find stairs, you could go this way and try to find your way out. You just walk a little further past the fort. Or before the fort, I guess, depending on which way you come from. But yeah, that was my little adventure. Did not see everything, of course, but I was curious and I saw some of it. And you know, I'm pretty pleased with it. I think it was pretty cool, so. The end, I guess.